Hello, what is going on, guys? As you can see, it's another interview from your biggest icon in the space, Alexandrus, guys. Today, I had a really good call with both Sean and Mikhail from Profila, guys. Okay, they are both co-founders of the project, really ambitious and cool project about data. So something that is, used a lot in the internet, and we touched on some cool questions, so I would really recommend you to go ahead, watch the video till the end. Let me know if you like the project, if you like the interview. You guys been telling me to drop more interviews, so I will be inviting more and more people from different ambitious projects to basically share their, we could say, mindsets and their ideas on my channel, because, well, that's what this channel is about, all about. So guys, your usual disclaimer before we start the video. As always, guys, I need to let you know that I'm not a financial advisor. You should always do your own research. You should always do your own due diligence, because I don't take any responsibility for your actions. And one more thing, once or twice I think I said Profila instead of Profila, and you know how it is with my accent sometimes. So the pronunciation here is actually Profila. Sorry for that. I know it could be a little bit frustrating if you're a fan of the project. Sorry for that, guys, but you know that I do those mistakes from time to time. And yeah, enjoy the interview. Okay, guys, so we are here with two co-founders of Profila, guys. First of all, introduce yourself. Both of you guys, obviously. Let the viewers know who you are, and then we will jump into the questions.
Cool. So hey everyone, my name is Sean Jensen. I'm South African by birth. I'm actually in Cape Town at the moment, but I've been living in Switzerland for many years, where I met my co-founders and started Profila. I have a background in global telecommunications and a passion for privacy and data. I look forward to chatting to you tonight.
Yeah, hello community. My name is Michiel van der Rooij. I'm a Belgian living in Brussels currently. I'm a technology, privacy and intellectual property lawyer. And I'm responsible for all legal and crypto matters related to the company.
Alright, that's cool, guys. We have two amazing crypto-related people here. So, well, first of all, can you tell me a little backstory about Profila, how you got here, what have you been up to, and yeah, let's start here.
Very cool. So I'll take that. The concept for Profila actually started way back in 2006 when Google was bringing its search capabilities into enterprise, where I worked in a global telco. And at the same time as how amazing their technology was, it was also frighteningly scary as to the power of these engines. And the concepts there of how does an individual actually manage their data when there is so much information about you out there in the big World Wide Web, really stuck with me. And then in 2015, we registered a company in Switzerland after many years of investigating the market. And in 2017, Michiel joined us, where we took the concepts of data privacy and how does an individual actually learn about their rights, exercise their rights, and then communicate to a company what they want to the next level. I think we've been very focused on research and development over the last years. We actually had a collaboration with CERN in Geneva, where I actually met Michiel with their privacy department around how is this new interaction going to look like. And obviously, being the birthplace of the web was a great place for us to understand what the future could look like. And then we collaborated as Profila on the new contract for the web with Sir Tim Berners-Lee, actually sitting with Facebook and the governments of France and Germany and several other companies on shaping what does the future of the internet look like for people and how do they control their data in itself. And then the last few years, we found the right mix, we believe, of a great new platform. It's officially called a new customer data engagement and marketing platform. But it's like a little bit of Instagram and Salesforce mashed up together and without any bad data, because only you as a person enter information into this platform and with zero surveillance. So our whole strategy, as you'll hear later from our token and our strategy, is zero knowledge advertising and getting rid of surveillance, but still allowing people to connect with the brands and companies and organizations that they want or need in their life, but where you're totally in control. So yeah, that's where we've come in the last couple of years. And Michiel, if you want to add something on that experience.
Your microphone is muted.
Sorry, I didn't want to give you any background. That was very detailed. Good.
All right. Also, guys, I see that you are on Cardano. We'll definitely touch on that later because that's, well, interesting to me. But right now, I wanted to shot a little question about the team, okay? So obviously 2 of you are co-founders. I see there is also a third guy. I will display that on the screen right now for you guys, for the viewers, so you can see. So if you could describe the team, tell us who is the team of Profila, who is behind it.
Fantastic. So it's myself and Michiel, as you've heard. I actually met Michiel through AngelList, which shows platforms do work, and it's been amazing for the team as far as general counsel and data privacy, IP, but also a huge motivator around having run a startup himself. And as mentioned, my background's in telecoms, but then we were joined by Luke Bragg in 2018 as our Chief Product Officer. He's an American citizen with a background in pharma and actually in enterprise architecture, but also in digital marketing and ecosystem design. So he was a great fit for the team as far as our product officer. And in the last year, we've been joined by several other core members of the team, notably İpek Sahinar, who's a Swiss national, Turkish origin, from ex-Nokia Siemens, engineer who's running our operations. We're also joined by Michael Rava as our Chief Marketing Officer. He's a Swiss national, but with a background in entrepreneurship and also in software development. We also have a CTO on board, Raja, who's diving very deep into the Cardano technology and helping us to decentralize the platform, which we have built actually over the last 2 years. We also have a core advisor in the team who joined in the last 8 months called Remy Merst, who came from a global hotel chain as their global digital and marketing officer. So we have a fantastic core unit in the team, and we have quite a few other members, obviously, in community managers and a dev team supporting us. But we feel we have the right skill sets to be able to deliver on this new vision for an open internet and free internet.
All right, that's perfect. I really like the transparency, and also I see that the team is like fully international. That's so cool, I guess.
Which was cool. We sat around the table last time we were together, and there's actually 10 people in the core team if we include some of the ladies who have joined us in helping with marketing, and it's 10 different nationalities. So it was very cool.
That's so nice. Another question, which I think you partially responded to in the first one, but I still will, ask it. So if you could tell us more about Profila, what problems do you guys solve and which solutions do you propose for these problems?
Perfect. So I think the key problem which we solve, is your agency and choice on the internet. So our actual mission statement and vision statement is to give people agency and choice over their digital lives, but at the same time to give brands a better way to serve their customers. So the key problems that we're helping companies and people to overcome is this lack of privacy online, whether it's a perceived lack of privacy or a growing concern that wherever I go, I'm being tracked and surveilled as a person, but also for companies who are having to rely on this technology just to get to know their customer, because there is no other way to do that. That is one key mega trend at the moment is privacy and the lack of privacy. Regulators are jumping on organizations and trying to force them to change, whereas many companies really just want to give you a good service. And that's the other area where we helping companies is personalization. Because yourself, you've got a set of interests, and so have many of your viewers. If you're really passionate about something, you definitely want that company or that organization to be able to give you a personalized service. So if we take those two, they actually clash in the market, and that is where Profila comes in, where we've built this new platform which requires zero surveillance, but allows people to connect with organizations in a way which is totally consensual. And they encourage each other to share information and to have an open dialogue with each other, and then to be able to advertise, communicate, and enjoy the experience. So we're very pro the responsible sharing of data, because the digital economy requires it. But our foundation is this has to be done on a layer of trust and transparency. Otherwise, you always lose their faith in a company that abuses your rights. That's why last thing I'll say is, and head over to Michiel, is people are our partners. We split our revenues that we make out of data subscriptions on your behalf and also ad revenue with you. And then brands are our customers. And we're hoping to be that best facilitator platform on the market to have this new digital relationship. Michiel, you want to add anything?
Yeah, and then no, maybe I'll take it to some functionalities of the app to make it a bit more clear what you could do with the app. So if you're an individual, you have to see this app as purely your space. So you can manage the relationship with the brands in your life, and the only content that you see comes from companies that you actually allowed to send you content. And then you can also decide the frequency of that content. So the app is actually a gamified experience where you can make a bit of a digital profile of yourself. You can include what you like about certain products, about certain services. You can include all of your personal information. And then you decide as the only one who has access to that. And so maybe you decide that a specific online newspaper can see your email, but they don't need to know your home address because they don't have to send you physical products and services. And like that, we make it fun, but we also put you in control of your data and how other enterprises see and use your data.
That's really nice. And actually, let's be honest here, okay? It's really useful. It does have like all the utilities and people need that. So it's a really, really nice product, I would say. And yeah. So, well, it is about data. So certainly, guys, you will be storing these data somewhere, okay? Those informations about the people using the app, I guess, in some centralized location. Are there any concerns under the GDPR, legal stuff? Is it compliant? Just wanted to touch on the legal side because at the end of the day, these are like personal information. So yeah, sure, I think it's important.
Yeah, so as a privacy lawyer, I've been working many years on making enterprises compliant when they are processing data of their customers. So we definitely have all the best practices in place to make sure that we take care of our own customers' data. And we apply the same standard to our own customers' data as we suggest that happens in the relationship with other companies, meaning we will only have access to the data that they will allow us to see. But so today we are a centralized application. Of course, we're running on Microsoft Azure Cloud, but we do keep data local, so regional. That means that if you're an American, we will store your data in America, and if you're a European, we will store your data in Europe. And we're putting a lot of importance in being super transparent about how we take care of your data, so people can actually have a choice on how this happens. But so from a GDPR point of view, we're definitely on the right way. As a privacy lawyer, I must say that not one company in the world is GDPR compliant in full, but we're definitely up there.
Alrighty, I see. Okay, but that's a pretty good explanation. So yeah, and you are the right person to kind of tell us that stuff. So that's great. Let's talk about the blockchain, guys. You chose Cardano, right? Cardano recently, I feel like it's on the hype, so it's a good blockchain choice, from my point of view. But if you could also let us know, why did you decide to choose it, and what are the goals to achieve using this blockchain?
Yeah, so for us, I think, on the technology side, as I mentioned, Profila is a research entity. We've been doing research for several years on the principles of why we're doing things and how we want things built. And likewise, Cardano is a research, led platform, which when we read what they have to offer and their vision and mission alone, for trying to impact society and deliver change, through the power of whatever use case you put on top of the blockchain, it aligned for us. So yes, there's pros and cons to every blockchain environment that you choose and select, but for us, on most of our features that we have in the platform, we saw a match, for the immutability of your choices. And that is the fundamental of Profila, is we want to help you represent to the community and to the market that this is who I am, this is a choice that I've made to share information, and also if I've told you to delete your data or delete my data, then that we've always got a record of that on the blockchain. So what we've done differently to a couple of other technologies and why we chose Cardano is we're decentralizing our own platform feature by feature, which is actually a better way to do it, because then we can optimize and choose the right approach on implementing the technologies that are available now, based on what we want to deliver to our customers. that aside too, and Michiel can take over from me here, is we had fantastic support from the community early on, and also from IOHK themselves, where we've been fortunate to work quite closely with some of their leadership team over the last couple of years. But in the Catalyst community, our projects themselves were really embraced by the community, and that's as important as choosing a technology platform, because we can grow with the community, we can grow with the platform itself. Michiel, you want to add just on the Catalyst side?
Yeah. So for the readers, for the listeners out there who don't know the word Catalyst, so Catalyst refers to Project Catalyst, which is decentralized, let's say, venture fund that is set up initially by IOHK, but which is now being governed by the community. And this venture fund is allocated to projects that are building on top of Cardano or that are integrating Cardano technology. And so in a series of funds, is what they call, you can apply for challenges and submit then project proposals. And so we played around with this for the first time under Fund 4, I think, in the beginning of 2021, just to see if the community would listen to our story, would like what we have to say. And like Sean mentioned, we proposed a first feature of our existing app to integrate with the blockchain, and we had a very good response. So we directly received the first place in one of the funds, a project that we've been developing now already for a year and is ready. And then we received additional funding in Fund 5, in Fund 6, and we hope now next week that we get another project approved in Fund 7. And so every time we propose a new project, we have thousands of people that are voting on it, that are commenting on it, and it's a very collaborative environment where even competing projects that are in principle competing for the same cash are actually helping each other with providing feedback and reviews. So it's been a nice experience to collaborate with other projects in that environment.
Yeah, the Catalyst aspect, I really like that actually, and well, community is really engaged into it, so that's
Definitely,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask what is the zero knowledge token, guys, and what are the main use cases for the zero knowledge token?
Yeah, so as Sean mentioned before, we're doing a research project with the University of Madrid's Big Data Institute, and we're researching a technology solution which will replace third-party cookies, or it's our proposal to replace third-party cookies, and that is called zero knowledge advertising. And it's a form of advertising where brands and companies can still send highly personalized advertisements to end customers, but completely anonymized, which is the entire opposite of third-party cookies, where as much as possible information about you is collected in order to advertise to you. And so in the framework of this research, we've included a token, We've included a token that functions in that environment. So the token has, the token in zero knowledge advertisement has the function of rewarding peer-to-peer users that are keeping each other's identity anonymous. So actually Profile users will function as a kind of gateway to make sure that if I want to see an advert of a certain sporting shoe, Nike will not know that I'm the final recipient of that ad. And then the token will also be used for payment functions. So users actually get paid to see ads. If Nike pays €1 to deliver me an ad, 50% of that will go to the end user. And we incentivize people to get paid out in zero knowledge token as well. And then the token is also linked to the build-up of your profile. Let's say, if you first come into the app doesn't know anything from you, or there's no information about you in the app. And step by step, we gamify actually this kind of self-discovery process where you, based on questions and games and data entry, figure out who you are and what you like. And the more you grow, the more you level up, then you can stake the token and get access to more exclusive content from brands. So by letting you do a bit of effort, you become maybe a level 5 ecological traveler, and that's super useful for a company that wants to provide products and services towards ecological travelers. And so the token also works in that model.
Cool, because, well, it's also like beneficial both users and companies, right?
Exactly.
All right, that's cool. People actually don't know how much data, is being collected from them, right? Every time they click on some website, I accept the cookie policy and stuff like that. I mean, it's just mind-blowing, actually. There is, I think, a Netflix show even about it.
Exactly.
Anyways, how much are you guys raising for this project money-wise, and what are the funds going to be used for? How are they spread out? I don't know if you could, share all of those informations, but it would be cool if we can at least get like a little insight.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, we have big ambitions, but we would need at least around 5 to 7 million euros to, let's say, do our plan over the next 5 years. So that's why in the private round we're going for around 2 million approximately, and then spread over several rounds over the coming months. We are trying to get another 5 million euros. And then what is it used for? So the largest bulk of the cash is of course used for further product development. So our app already exists today, but we're enhancing a lot of the functionalities, make it more user-friendly even, include more gamified elements, include some of the Catalyst projects, have a roadmap to have more decentralization on the app. So that's, let's say, 40% of the budget. And then about 25% of the budget is team and contractors and service providers. And then the normal 10% marketing, and then some contingency fees.
What's cool about the roadmap that Michiel mentioned, every startup starts, with a concept that needs to be proven out centrally, but we've got quite a clear path to how we distribute and decentralize our platform to make sure that what we build eventually becomes a utility for you as an individual. So we are looking at the concepts of a DAO and being able to run the core of Profiler outside of even Profiler to keep us as an organization responsible to you as an individual. So in no way are we, wanting to become another middleman in this ad tech and martech ecosystem with your data. So how you create data, share it with a brand, and how a brand subscribes to your information, because your data are never sold on Profile, it's only leased for a duration and purpose, will become an engine which the community and the governance of the blockchain will actually control in the future. And to do that, there's quite a few moving parts that we've understood globally. When you link it to the law, as Michiel said, your data has to be as close to where you live, but then it has to also be accessible to companies. So we're working on an architecture now that will deploy post the funding round, which will help to distribute the data, even eventually onto your own hard drive, if that's where you want to store it, or on one of the facilities that we offer, which are safe and secure, so that you can get the best experience from the companies that you want or need in your life. So it's a dual path on the greatest user experience, so that you can appreciate companies after you've shared your quality data, but then also an investment into the deeper technology side of true decentralization and distribution.
All right. By the way, guys, like the amount that you're trying to raise, okay, it might be ambitious, but well, at the end of the day, it's crypto, right? And I feel like it's really possible if some meme coins can do it, then you guys are trying to deliver like a really, really important product for people. I think it's easily achievable. I wish you all the best with the private round, and I wish you all the best with raising that. I'm excited myself, okay? Okay, so let's touch on the tokens again, because, well, the people need to hold them somewhere, okay, after buying them. What kind of wallet? Just a quick question, What kind of wallet?
So we're not developing our own wallet, so there's several wallets that hold Cardano native tokens, and we're integrating that into our application.
Okay, easy as that. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Where can people find out more about the project, except website, if you have some other like articles maybe or stuff like that?
Yeah, so we have a pretty extensive Medium page with a lot of articles about marketing tech, about privacy tech, about our Catalyst projects, about our research projects that we're doing with University of Madrid and University of Luzerne. So on Medium, for the ones who like to read, there are 10-15-minute articles, you can find more. And then we have our Twitter channels, the usual Telegram channels where we do announcement and where we also share more information.
Twitter, it's at Profiler Privacy, and on Telegram is one of our core channels too, which is Zero Knowledge Token. you'll be able to find us on both. And under Medium, it's under Profila.
I'll make sure to plug them in the description so people
Perfect.
can find it. Last but not least, and I would say that actually like really important question, if people would like to talk to you guys about your projects or about the things that you are doing, maybe they will have some questions still, okay? They can obviously ask them in the comments. I think that they can easily ask them on the group. Any like direct contact to you through Telegram, something like that?
The Telegram group's the best for sure. So Zero Knowledge Token Telegram group direct message, but also our contact details are, I think, available on the website, and you can contact the core team directly at any stage. We're building this for you, viewers, and we want you to keep us honest and challenge us and follow us and help us to really, change this market so that you're in control, but you still get what you want at the end of the day, which is a good service or your privacy, your choice.
So don't hesitate, guys. Join the social medias, okay? Join them. Do you want to add anything, guys?
Yeah, I think just the end for me, Alex, is thank you very much for opening up your network. And for the followers out there, what I just want you to remember is the platform is actually built. We have a great strategy behind it. So we've been working on this for 4 years. We've got a great team. We believe, as Alex indicated, we're building something meaningful for a big problem, but also a massive opportunity. As soon as we start moving brands and companies away from the incumbents in search and social into a place where they can delight you, as a private individual, and where you have that sense of trust and control back with you, is a much better digital future. And that's what we want to deliver. So join us and keep us honest, as I said, but we would love to have you on board. Thank you.
All right. So, well, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, for your interest in participating in those interviews. People really enjoy them, so I'm more than happy to do it. For those that watch till the end, you can type in comments. You can type Zero Knowledge so we can see how many people watched till the end. Thank you guys so much for being honest, for your honesty, for clarifying everything. I really do appreciate it. So that's it for today. Thank you so much, and you guys can also say goodbye to the viewers. See you in the next videos.
Thank you, Alexander.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
From Cape Town, South Africa. See you soon.
Bye-bye.